Hello from Stevenage here in England, north of London, 28 miles north of London. And that lorry you just seen there belongs to my cousin. It's an army lorry from 1945, and the reason why I'm over here in Stevenage is to visit my auntie. I haven't seen her in years, so that's why I'm over here with my sister. So there's their local pub across the road called the Dun Cow. The Dun Cow. So yeah, so I'm going down here to the main street, which is the part of the old town of Stevenage, and they built a whole new town here in the 50s. The government, you know, of Britain built Stevenage, the new town. So I'll show you that as well. Some lovely houses here, architecture wise, fantastic. So I had to call into that shop there called the Red Shop to buy tobacco for my auntie. She's 83, and normally I wouldn't go into a shop to buy tobacco or cigarettes or anything like that, but I would do it no problem because she's my auntie. So here's a lovely house across the road here, beautiful house actually. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Love it. This is a beautifully designed old church here, and look at the gates leading into the church. I don't know how old these are, but they're lovely. Look, see the style of them here. They look as if they're old enough gates. And just have a look along here. Yeah, it's a beautiful designed church here. I don't know how old it would be. I must check it up. You definitely know you're in England here. Look, King George V playing fields, Millennium Garden. There's another nice kind of, I don't know if it's a pub across the road. Maybe it's not a pub. Checkers it's called. I don't know if you can see it from here, but over there is the Ibis Hotel. Now I'm on the south side of Stevenage here. So down here is a huge big Tesco shop there and car park. And just over there is the Stevenage train station that will bring you to London that direction and north up this way towards Cambridge and stuff. So yeah, and there's all out there's all the modern Stevenage. So Went down to London yesterday from here on Thameslink train, and we were lucky enough that the train we got from here happened to be an express train, so it didn't stop on all the stations on the way, and 28 miles from here to the centre of London, and we got there in 15 minutes, which is incredible. So as you can see, across the road here is a pub called across here is a pub called the Marquis of Lorne, L-O-R-N-E, and look at the tiles on the roof of it. They're lovely, and the chimneys and the brickwork and the lovely windows here, bay windows. Now that is a real picturesque English pub, I have to say. Beautiful. All down this main street here in Stevenage, especially in the evening time, look in there now, there's loads of restaurants. So a lot of people come from outside of Stevenage, not just people in here, and this one here now, it's called breakfast and lunch and dinner in Angelique, it's called, in there. Steak and Europe kitchen. It's only gone 10:30 in the morning here, and it's pretty full in there. So yeah, there's an old town Chinese restaurant in here. So it's full of restaurants in Stevenage here, and old buildings. It's a picture framing shop here. Here's a pub here called the Red Lion. Cool, isn't it? Red Lion. I absolutely love the small tiles on the roofs of the houses over here. They're gorgeous. Brilliant designs, I have to say. Love it. Look at, even that's an old building there now, I have to say. This little street here is buzzing at night time. Look at this shop here, it's all models, like the George Stephenson's rocket. If you're into model trains, there's an RAF model in there. Lovely shop. If you're looking for, you get at the two shop there. Yeah, so it's lovely along here, this street. And I mean, look at the tiles in the roof, aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. Old Town nail bar in there. That she's an Irish what do you call it, author. She's deceased now, but she was real big over here in England. May Benji. What a nice shop. Now, I don't know about you, but it's not the cutest barber shop you've ever seen. It's called the Cutter. Just the buildings just along there, I think, are absolutely fabulous. Fabulous. Brilliant design. Another lovely looking building here. It's called Ritty's Place. Caribbean cuisine, bagels, hot and cold refreshments in there. And there's Baker Street Baker since 2021. There's a lovely window display there too. Nice. There, that yellow building there is a Spanish bar and kitchen over there. See, it's all like restaurants and stuff over here. And here's a cool record shop. It's called Revolution Records. Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, AC/DC, Roxy Music. Definitely maybe album from Oasis, David Bowie, Stevie Wonder, The Damned, Rolling Stones, Marvin Gaye. Yeah. So that little, I don't know the name of this little alley or street here, but it's lovely, I have to say. And across the road here is another lovely building. Lovely brickwork and windows and lovely roof on top of it and chimney. It's called the Mulberry Trees. There must be another pub over here across the road there. That's another beautiful building there called well, it's called the Standing Order, but it's a Wetherspoons, right? So you get cheap breakfast in there. So myself and the sister went in there for the couple of mornings that we've stayed here, and we got breakfast for traditional English breakfast for £6. But one thing I noticed in there at that hour in the morning, and I'm not being judgmental or critical, I'm just observing what I'm seeing, a tremendous amount of people drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. They're serving drinking there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and a lot of young lads, about teenagers up to about 18 to 20, drinking, and older men in there drinking. And that's the 2 mornings that we've been there, we've seen that now. So if we talk about the drunken Irish, well, there's a lot. Well, from here, I'm only going by here now, and that Wetherspoons, they do a lot of drinking over here as well. So this is the pub, oh sorry, this here is the hotel that we stayed on, called the Cromwell. Nice hotel, lovely hotel, right? Now here's the thing about the Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell, right? If you were to read up on Irish history, Oliver Cromwell now wouldn't be liked in Ireland. He'd be a hate figure, because Oliver Cromwell and his army came over to Ireland in 1649 and wreaked havoc in Ireland. He burnt down churches, monasteries, you name it, killed thousands of people all over the country, practically ethnically cleansed nearly 50,000 people, I think, was sent him off like on ships to Australia and the like. So yeah, so it's just ironic that I happen to be staying in the Cromwell Hotel. And the reason why that hotel is called the Cromwell Hotel is because Oliver Cromwell's right hand man, he was known as the Spy Master. Before that pub was built, had a farm there, so that's why they call it the Cromwell. Here's another nice bar here called the Old Town Bar. Lovely, beautiful buildings. So in here is the Golden Seam Thai restaurant. Loads and loads of restaurants in the town here. Beautiful houses across the road there. Beautiful design. Camera World. Now that's my kind of shop in there now, Camera World. I mean, look at them houses across the way, aren't they lovely? Beautiful. Wow, look at that. That is just beautiful, beautiful. Now I can see why England is regarded as the garden of the world. They got some fantastic villages that are definitely what you call picture, postcard, picturesque, right? And this would be one of them. Because of the beautiful designs of the houses, an architectural gem of a place, I have to say. Beautiful. See this house here, it's called the Bee Cottage. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Look at this, the sign that's saying here, beware of the tortoise, beware of the Jack Russell. Cool, very funny. So this is obviously a memorial to people who died in the Second World War. It's 1939 to 1945, and I just reading some of the names here, and there's a lot of them there were RAF people who died, and then on that kind of plaque up there, there's loads of names there too of like William Sams right down to George Wright. So sad, isn't it? So this is called the bowling green here. It's lovely, isn't it? And look at the houses here on this side of the road. They're just gorgeous up along here. So yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now that is an absolutely fantastic chair with the back of the seat, as you can see here, lest we forget, we will remember them. So it's like, see the red is the poppies, obviously, horse and the soldiers, of all the soldiers who obviously must have died in the First and Second World War, I'm guessing. But it's a brilliant design, brilliant. Right people, that's it from the old town in Stevenage, England. 28 miles north of the middle of London City, and I hope you've enjoyed that little trip up the main street and all the beautiful buildings, houses and cafes and restaurants and shops and whatever. Real picturesque, I have to say. If you're into architecture like I am, it is fantastic. So anyway people, thanks very much for tagging along on the video. Hope you're all keeping safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. As usual, I have no idea where I'm going to go next, but it'll be somewhere, so stay tuned, stay tuned.